My wife divorced me by email while I was deployed overseas. She emptied our joint account and moved her new boyfriend into our house. I responded calmly, understood. When she realized what I had done, it was already too late. 13 years of marriage ended in a PDF attachment. Subject line, let's be adults about this. I opened it on my laptop in a small office at the base in Kuwait. 0800 hours, coffee getting cold, sand blowing against the window, divorce papers already filed, already signed by her. Just needed my signature to finalize everything. I scrolled down, read every word, every clause, every division of assets. She'd emptied our joint account, $94,000, gone. Transferred 2 days ago while I was on patrol. She'd kept the house, the one in Spokane, the one I'd bought with my VA loan, the one with only my name on the deed because she couldn't qualify. She'd moved someone named Jeremy into our bedroom. I read it twice, closed the laptop, sat there in silence. Then I took a shower, got dressed, went to breakfast, said nothing to anyone. That night I replied to her email. One word, understood. What Becky didn't know, what she couldn't possibly know, was that 6 months before this deployment, I'd noticed things, small things, wrong things, new passwords on her phone, changed from the anniversary date we'd always used, late nights, at the office. She was a dental hygienist. The office closed at 6, the gym 3 times a week, but never breaking a sweat, never talking about workouts, never losing weight. I didn't confront her. That's not who I am. That's not how I operate. But I wasn't blind, wasn't stupid. So I'd moved important documents to a storage unit off base. Birth certificate, marriage certificate, house deed, my grandfather's watch, everything that mattered. I'd opened a separate account at a different bank, started diverting part of my pay, not enough that she'd notice on the statements, just enough that I wouldn't be starting from zero when this happened, because I knew it would happen. Eventually, I just didn't know when. I'm Nathan Torres, 36 years old, Army Sergeant, 13 years active duty, 2 deployments to Afghanistan, 1 to Iraq, now Kuwait, married to Becky for 13 years, high school sweethearts, enlisted together, me Army, her National Guard for 2 years before she got out. No kids. We'd talked about it. After your next deployment, she'd say, when things settle down. Things never settled down, and now I knew why. The night before I deployed, she hugged me at the airport like she was saying goodbye to a coworker. Brief, mechanical. Stay safe, okay? Not I love you, not come back to me. Just stay safe, okay? I should have known then, should have seen it, but I was focused on the mission, on getting there, on doing my job. 2 weeks into deployment, my phone buzzed during lunch in the mess hall. Banking alert. Another withdrawal. $88,500. Almost everything left in our joint account. Our savings, $47,000 we'd built over 8 years of careful budgeting and deployments, completely gone. The emergency fund, the new truck fund, the house renovation fund, everything. I set my fork down, locked my phone, finished eating, went back to work. That night, I logged into our home security system. Something Becky forgot I'd installed. Something she forgot I could access remotely from anywhere in the world. The cameras I'd put in after our neighborhood had break-ins. Living room, kitchen, garage, backyard. I watched the feed. Watched a stranger wearing my Seattle Seahawks sweatshirt, using my coffee mug. Walking our dog Charlie, the German shepherd I'd raised from a puppy. Watched him kiss Becky in the kitchen I'd renovated during my last leave. Watched her laugh. Watched her look happier than I'd seen her in years. Something shifted inside me. Not anger, not rage. Something colder, sharper, more focused. I called James, my Army buddy from basic training, the one who'd gotten out after 6 years and gone to law school, the one who specialized in military family law now. I need your help, I said. My wife just served me divorce papers while I'm deployed, emptied our accounts, moved her boyfriend into my house. I'm sorry, man. I don't need sorry. I need strategy. Silence. Then, what do you want? I want what's legally mine, and I want her to understand consequences. I'm listening. We talked for 2 hours, made a list, made a plan. This wasn't about emotion anymore. This was a tactical operation. 2 months later, I was back in Spokane. Emergency leave. Didn't tell Becky. Didn't tell anyone except James. Checked into a motel off Highway 2. Met James at a diner near the base. He slid a folder across the table. Thick folder. Documents. Bank statements. Photos. Found something interesting, he said. I opened it. Refinance application. For our house. My house. Dated 3 months ago. With my signature. Except it wasn't my signature. The middle initial was wrong. She'd written Nathan R. Torres instead of Nathan J. Torres. She forged this? I asked. James nodded. 3 months ago. Took out a home equity line of credit for $130,000. Listed Jeremy Patterson as co-applicant. They've been spending it. New cars. Trips. She bought him a boat. A boat? 23-foot Sea Ray. Registered in both their names. I stared at the forged signature. At my name written in her handwriting. At the lie that had given her access to $130,000 of equity I'd built through VA loans and military benefits. What are my options? I asked. What do you want? I thought about 13 years. About deployments and empty airports and trying to build something permanent with someone who was planning to burn it down. I want what's legally mine. Everything. And I want her to face consequences for fraud. James smiled. Dangerous smile. Then here's what we do. The next morning, I went to the bank. First Security Federal, the one that had handled handled our mortgage for 8 years. Asked to speak with the loan officer. Young guy, mid-30s, nervous when I showed him my military ID. I need to report fraud, I said. Placed the refinance documents on his desk. This signature isn't mine. He looked at it, looked at my driver's license, at my military ID, at the real signature on my credit card. His face went pale. I'll need to report this immediately to our fraud department. I've already filed a police report. Case number 2024-1847. Detective Morrison is handling it. Yes, of course. We'll freeze the account immediately, and I also need to know where the money went. Every transaction, every transfer, everything. He printed everything. 43 pages of transactions. I took them all. That night, Becky texted, "Who have you been talking to at the bank?" I didn't respond. 2 days later, she called. I let it go to voicemail. "Nathan, we need to talk. If this is about the divorce, we can discuss it like adults. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Like adults." The same words from her email. I still didn't respond. James called that afternoon. They froze the home equity line. All of it. $130,000 locked down pending investigation. Your wife's boyfriend got pulled over last night driving your truck, the Silverado, on a suspended license. They impounded it. He also had prescription pads from Becky's dental office in the vehicle. I closed my eyes. Prescription pads? Yeah, looks like they were selling scripts. Vicodin, oxycodone. The detectives are investigating that separately now. The bank investigator, older woman, Sharon McBride, 20 years in fraud detection, called me the next morning. "Mr. Torres, I've reviewed your case. There are multiple red flags beyond the forged signature. Can you come in?" I met her that afternoon. Private office, door closed. She showed me transfer records, multiple payments to someone named Daniel Spencer, a real estate agent. "Who's Spencer?" I asked. "That's what I wanted to ask you. He received $18,000 from your home equity line. 3 payments, $6,000 each." James ran a background check that evening. Daniel Spencer, real estate agent, specializes in quick sales, below-market deals. He's done business with Jeremy Patterson before. 3 transactions in the last 2 years. Same pattern every time. Targets military spouses during deployments, gets the home sold below market value, takes a cut of the difference, moves on. Other military families? At least 3 that I can confirm. I've contacted the FBI. There's a task force that handles this kind of thing. The next day, Becky texted asking to meet, to talk things through, to be reasonable adults. I didn't respond. Instead, James and I drove to my house, parked down the street, waited. 20 minutes later, Daniel Spencer pulled up. Silver Audi, expensive suit. Jeremy came out to meet him. They went inside together. I opened the security app on my phone. Interior cameras, cloud storage, audio recording. "Should list by end of week," Spencer said, clear as day through my phone speaker. "I've got a buyer already. Cash offer. $340,000. Market value's $480,000, Jeremy said. Spencer waved dismissively. "Market value takes months. Cash offer takes days. You get your money faster. I get my fee. Everyone wins. What about the husband? Military guys are all the same. He'll take a settlement to make it go away. They always do. Too much hassle to fight from overseas." I forwarded the audio feed to the FBI contact James had given me. Agent Patel, specialized in military family fraud. She called back in 10 minutes. "We're moving now." 30 minutes later, 3 FBI vehicles and 2 local police cars surrounded my house. I watched from down the street as they led Spencer and Jeremy out in handcuffs. Watched them read them their rights. Watched Spencer try to argue. Watched Jeremy stay silent. Becky arrived 10 minutes later. Pulled into the driveway. Saw the cars. Saw the agents. Saw Jeremy in cuffs. She got out of her car slowly. Stood on our lawn. Hands over her mouth. Just stood there, watching. An agent approached her. Talked. Showed her something. She started crying. I didn't feel satisfaction. Didn't feel anger. Just felt cold. Empty. Finished. Jeremy Patterson and Daniel Spencer took plea deals 6 months later. The FBI investigation had uncovered 11 military families they'd targeted over 3 years. Total fraud, $1.7 million. Jeremy got 8 years federal prison. Spencer got 12. Becky claimed she knew nothing. Said Jeremy had convinced her I was hiding money overseas. That I was planning to divorce her and leave her with nothing. That he was helping her protect her assets. The prosecutors didn't believe her but couldn't prove she'd knowingly participated in the broader scheme. She agreed to full restitution of everything. The $94,000 from our accounts. The $130,000 from the forged home equity line. Everything. Signed a confession about the forgery. Waived all claims to the house. Waived all claims to my military pension. In exchange, I didn't press criminal charges. Let the DA decide whether to prosecute her separately. They declined. Insufficient evidence of criminal intent. 6 months after that, Agent Patel called. "I wanted to thank you personally. Because of your evidence and cooperation, we were able to recover money for 8 other families. You saved their homes, their savings, everything." My phone buzzed later that evening. "Becky, I never meant for things to end this way. I made mistakes. I'm sorry." I didn't respond. Just blocked her number. Moved on. A year later, I sold the house. Couldn't live there anymore. Too many memories. Too many ghosts. Bought a small cabin in Montana, middle of nowhere. Mountains, trees, silence. Got a dog. Shepherd mix from a rescue. Named him Charlie, after the dog Becky kept in the divorce. Started doing carpentry, building furniture, tables, chairs, bookshelves, things that last. fast. One day I got a letter, handwritten, from a Navy wife in Fort Worth, Texas. Dear Sergeant Torres, the FBI told me your case helped stop Jeremy Patterson and Daniel Spencer from targeting my family. They had already approached my husband's unit, already started their scheme. Because of you, we kept our home. Thank you for fighting back. I pinned it to my refrigerator. Last I heard, Jeremy's still in prison. Minimum 8 years. Won't be out until 2032. Spencer got out early for cooperation, witness protection, new identity, gone. Becky moved to Oregon, works as a dental hygienist in Portland. I don't know more than that. Don't care to know. As for me, I'm building something new, something quiet, something that can't be stolen or forged or taken while I'm deployed, something that's just mine.